Yeah, I've always say there's
Oh,
so
Tide
much raw
Hunter.
talent in the CS region, just with good players and such. But yeah, nobody to harness these players. It's the lightning region. There's just lightning striking all over the place, and the only lightning rods are currently taken, aka Solo and FNG. They're too busy right now.
Yeah.
They're full of lightning already. Can't handle any more.
Oh yeah, and Gambit. I completely forgot about Gambit.
Yeah, they're not in this tournament. I don't know why Navi and Gambit are not in this tournament. But there you go. Maybe they just wanted to scrim instead, or didn't see the appeal.
Maybe they're not sponsored by Parimatch, so they're not obligated to play.
True. Yeah, these guys would have the logos in their flags, so it's definitely not their requirement.
Oh
Definitely,
yeah, damn, true.
it's gone. It's gone. Tide are going to be the pickup from FlyToMoon, though. This hero has seen a little bit of play recently. A couple of teams trying to give him a run, see if the old green boy can be the star he used to be many moons ago in the eras of echelons of
But
everything, really. It's team
it's just a
coordinating,
very
Tide Hunter.
usual hero, though. You know, like when you see Ayajaro, you need to find a way to. Okay, so how are we playing this Ayajaro? We want to run at you, so we need to have team fight. How do we have team fight? We need to have that beefy front line, and then you see Virtus.pro's heroes. They're all really good heroes at taking kind of delicate team fights. You know, you got the Curse of the Ire, you got Beastmaster to get this big roar, but you need to have. You don't have that kind of super good damage to eat through a tanky hero. So Tide Hunter is that hero. You see the bans on Virtus.pro, Centaur, Omni. Like Tide Hunter's like the third in line behind those two heroes, right? You could probably put in Mars as well into that category, but he's already banned out in the first phase. So I think he's kind of like we need that big boy off lane. Oh well, Tide's the last one in the pool.
Yeah.
But this Razor pick though, it's a disgusting pick, really. You put him in the side lane, he's gonna dumpster the Tide. I think FlyToMoon are gonna have to think about how they put their laning matchups. But they do have last pick, so they are going to be able to identify where this Razor is going and then put the Tide in the correct lane. And it's all going to be who's going to rotate first, who's going to dodge the lanes, because Ayajaro should be able to play up into the Razor, Tide might not. They might not even care and might just go for the skipping waves, like I said previously, that the Beastmaster needs to do. So, yeah, the laning matchups are so critical for how this game goes.
10 seconds.
Of course, on paper, when you look at this matchup between these two teams, just without considering the draft, everybody would probably put their money on Virtus.pro. But, I think FlyToMoon might stand a chance, especially with Force managing to make Virtus.pro draw blood in this tournament already. You'd definitely be not unwise to maybe take a chance on FlyToMoon if you wanted to. But, of course, Virtus.pro, this team is very high caliber. So if they do bring their own A game, then I would struggle to see how FlyToMoon could really bring it. And this draft is looking really good for them so far. I think this Aerocopter's been just about as counted you can get. Oh my goodness.
I was going to say for FlyToMoon, Leshrac could be a really good hero. Just like set the tempo, play off the Ayajaro, end the game with your high ground.
Not anymore.
But now it's like gulp. I think Shadow Fiend's just been banned up for VP. Puck is already banned as well.
10 seconds remaining.
They need I think they might just go for a Lina, right? Like it's Iceberg. Yeah, what's his hero pool? Quap, Lina, Shadow Fiend, Leshrac. I'm already hitting Tiny. Not this game. Yeah, I think I'm a fan of Lina.
Yeah, I can definitely see Lina going something in that direction. Or
a casual Pango could be really good as well. I don't know if he plays Pango. Pango is naughty against AM. You get that early diffusal, AM. Goodbye, mana. Okay, they go for Quap instead.
In the end.
Quap plays against. Of course, against Razor. Yeah. No, yeah, Quap's. Lane's really well against Razor in lane. Dumpsters him. You never get linked. You can apply lots of pressure. Yeah, Quap, really good pick.
Yep, I like this a lot as well. Iceberg, one of his favorites, and this puts Virtus.pro's lanes in a slightly weaker position than they were before. But AM still does very well versus Tide Hunter anyway, so yeah, they'll still have a great time on Kuman here. Interesting though, Virtus.pro they're definitely trying to give Kuman the limelight here and seeing how much he can do if he's really in the carry spot.
Oof. Well, I think the scary thing for VP is simply when you look at this lineup, who's the guy that actually makes move like. You have the Nixat who scouts people out, sure. You have the Beastmaster that can find a role, but who's the guy that really goes to an objective and lays down his I'm taking this objective? Like, there's no one who really wants to be there. Like FlyToMoon, they're gonna ravage you. They've got this Quap blinking around. Like, it's so scary. I think for VP until the anti-mage has items, I don't think they can truly play the map properly, just because of how scary this FlyToMoon draft is.
Yeah, it's pretty terrifying. I think the SmackDown could definitely come. I don't know. I'm always looking at this Iocopter though, and the Wyvern and the Beastmaster. It just seems like they're not going to actually be able to get as much done as the Anti-Mage is, both in and on the map and in the fight. So I'm worried about that.
Yeah, I think the main
You've got
concern
two
is
heroes.
simply. Yeah, but the main concern is like if like let's say, do you know how Fours played the last game, right? They play laning phase, they leave laning phase, and then they play as a 5, but not as a 5, which is like a set 5 death ball, which is moving down one lane. They're playing as this sweeping motion, which is 2 to 3 heroes pushing a lane. You then have like another hero skipping that the wave next to them, adjoining, and then you're like playing as a 5, but as this big ball of like this wave. So if FlyToMoon play like that, then I think Virtus.pro might suffer because again, like I said, Wyvern he wants to like reinitiate. Nyx wants to initiate, but then there's no follow up truly because your Razor might not have a good game because of the quad pick. So as much as I really like VP's draft for the idea of Anti-Mage just has a free game, eventually, I think because you have the Anti-Mage, you really put a lot of pressure on your like VPs need to just push out lanes, kind of prolong, delay, and then when AM's online, it's then we got a game on our hands.
Yes.
Unless
absolutely.
VP just outplay the hell out of FlyToMoon style on them and just, but
Yeah, they could also just dump them in the
They-
lanes and
yeah.
completely crush them. That's always an option when you're looking at Virtus.pro, but yeah, the same thing could happen the other way, but it seems unlikely.
I'm seeing it more to be FlyToMoon should have the better laning phase moving into the tempo. I'm looking forward to this sweeping motion that I described. This
Indeed.
ravage, this everything. Like, sure, you got BKB piercing stuns, but it doesn't matter if once you stun them, you're looking between you, like, all right, who's killing him now? No one.
Indeed.
Not literally no one, because he ain't killing no one.
Well, he's gonna link some fools and zap them a little bit. But yeah, not many fools to zap this game, that's for sure.
Nope, not really. Only the Tide. And again, like I said, it's about the matchups. If FlyToMoon identify the fact that they might want to skip this lane, then they might put the Tide top away from the AM. But I guess against the AM, he's fine, right? Yeah, he should be fine. He dumps his AM. I was thinking for a second Razor was side lane for some reason. Don't know why.
Looks like we're good to go. After someone said just chill, and then we go.
Oh, who said
the
I love
admin
it?
to just kill, just chill. Interesting.
Like, I just don't think I don't think this bot lane they have too much concern. Like you have Wyvern's a really weak laner in terms of he plays well off of his core having a good start like early level 2 and then getting that Arctic burn. Like we saw at the Mad Moon, it was a Void level 2 with Wyvern level 1, but because he had the Arctic burn and the Void had bash and in the jump, he was able to kill the Pango. Right in this game. You have the same thing, which is like if the aim has blink and mana break, you might be able to annoy them, but it's a Tide. Sure, you're going to take away the mana of Tide and he can't spam his spells, but he naturally is going to be a tanky hero. Like, there's no Uve on Anti-Mage as well, right? Like, if you have the Uve, then maybe, but you got this Rubik. So, yeah, I think the whole classic AM should be able to deal with the Tide, not when you got this Rubik and you're supported by a Wyvern. It's going to be very much a very even to Tide favored lane, I think.
Okay, interesting. I think that's a bold call. I'm interested to see if it pays off for you. But I can certainly see
Cool.
reasoning at the very least. Yeah, I mean, it does come down to skill a little bit, though. Of course, as it always will do.
yeah.
And Virtus.pro might have the edge a little bit there if Solo can get a little bit more value out of this Wyvern than we're used to seeing from most Wyvern picks. General not afraid to just jump up the high ground here, but Kuman immediately jumps in. Hasn't leveled the mana break just yet, seeing if he can maybe go for a cheeky blink or something. But a low hard dance is on the case, but Kuman's able to steal it. And there you go. Grabbing himself a bounty rune, and that's going to make it 2 for 2, though. There's shenanigans up at top as well, so yeah, all things considered, it goes even in the end.
Zayak, doing Zayak things. I body block wave.
Yes, I draw 2 heroes over to me, I run to tree.
I use one tango and get rocketed. I get rocketed and need to use another tango.
Most players would TP out at this stage, but not Zayats. Hell no. My man's got
No,
tangos.
he needs to
man's
grab
got
the wave.
11.3 health regen. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think this is that good, honestly. He's used 2 tangos. He's gonna grab the wave and do the whole wave shenanigans anyway, but it's a little bit kappa.
Yeah, always want to fly, just chilling on him right now. He's not going for the wave. All right. He's just.
I guess because it's going under tower, because it's gonna naturally push it.
Right.
Maybe. No, it's not actually. It's gonna meet back in front of the tower. Yeah, I think Zayak has actually just done pretty much nothing in this lane so far. Oh, okay, now it's been aggroed on the tower. I guess. Yeah, interesting start from this next assassin.
An interesting start from the waves. Oh, covered it, recovered it. Sick impale, gets a range creep. Absolutely beautiful. Stunning displays of Dota 2, the video game. Meanwhile, Resolution just kills his own boar. Merciless. Absolutely merciless. Yeah, they're hanging out down at bottom. Are we hanging out down here as well? We're hanging out. We're hanging out. Tied off to a decent start.
Yeah, he's starting. The early level 2 means he gets to put a little bit more pressure on the AM, but this is now when you have kill potential, at least like securing your lane. You got the Wyvern 2, Anti-Mage 2. If you like, General only he has Mangoes to play off, but I think this is now where AM should be able to free farm on the tower if they don't get that early bit of pressure. But
yeah,
Rubik now stacking the camp. He's going to want to pull the next wave. This is where it can get difficult.
Yeah, it can be very annoying about this. Solo, he's actually doing a decent job. I mean, 10 seconds he's got Arctic Burn again, and Anti-Mage hasn't been suffering in that time. You know, that's what I was looking at in this bottom lane. When Arctic Burn is down, I kind of expected Aloha Dance in general trying to be doing stuff at those early levels, but so far doesn't seem like that's the case. And now he gets his 8 seconds to be a hero again. Right-click fools and play in the trees. Very fun.
That's about it. And then, and now you're back to being a denying hero.
Yes. But at least he's got some Splinter Blasts now. He's a little bit more than just a creep. Meanwhile, in the middle lane, no one laning up versus Iceberg, and no one with a really good start to the lane, actually. 12-3 compared to the 12-3 of Iceberg as well. So matching so far. Yeah, I mean, I imagine this will continue to kind of sit evenly. We say no one's not having a good time in this lane because he's playing a Razor, and you generally don't pick Razor to go even in lanes, right?
Well, you pick Razor, you pick Razor to win your lane against obviously these melee heroes, and it's meant to do a bit more work. But again, when you get countered by the Quap, you have to respect the fact you're kind of on like damage control. Your lane's not going to be that good. You need to get your early levels and then be able to flash from the jungle. Again, think about when Razor first came to prominence. You had Weehar playing it. He'd go mid. He'd instantly flash from jungle, and I think he was probably one of the first guys to truly abuse like, I'm a mid laner that's going to fully jungle on these type of heroes. So, especially Razor, that is.
Yeah, it's a bit of a legacy behind this hero, which unfortunately no one... Well, I mean, you know, as you say, he'll still be able to hit the jungle and just farm up. And, yeah, not a huge
Oh, look at me
on
go,
bottom
Kuman.
lane. Kuman, he's in trouble. He doesn't have that blink.
He blinked aggressively onto the tide.
Oh.
And this is what I mean about... And this is my bold prediction paying off.
It certainly is.
Yeah, big question. Wait, is that a question mark? Yeah. And then I'll hit you the exclamation mark. There you go.
3D.
Oh, 3D. Okay, hold on.
Yeah, oh, look at this. Beautiful.
There you go.
Beautiful.
Yeah, no worries. I got you, buddy.
Some talented artists when we cast this today. Maybe our calling is lost. Maybe we should instead.
Do you want to go to our Fiverr page for $3.50? We'll do you in-game drawings. Like, there's a lot of real estate on the Dota map for advertising, right? So
definitely
people can pay casters to draw the adverts. During a team fight.
Day, yeah.
Like as you're...
Oh, he's okay.
Oh, hold up. Yeah.
He's good.
As you're doing play-by-play, I could just quickly draw some logos out. So you're like, ravage, and I'm like...
Subway, eat fresh.
Well-known sandwich brand drawing the logo.
Oh,
yeah.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. No, don't worry.
Train station. Well, we're holding. We've had first blood. It's a quiet laning phase from Virtus.pro. You know, they're hanging out. They're just letting FlyToMoon do their thing. So far, last hit's looking pretty good for FlyToMoon. Resolution's making up the difference up in the top lane, but then you've got a big pack of FlyToMoon players hanging out. The bottom is VT, though, interestingly.
Yeah, Beastmaster's loving life.
Yeah,
as much as we kind of went like awkwardly silent on Zayak's first play, just the fact that he body blocked the waves and put it under tower and then prevented multiple pulls, it means, look, Rezo's on 27 CS, he's loving life, right? So, it's as much as a weird looking start, he done exactly what he needed to do to enable this Beastmaster.
But the biggest of calls in the bottom lane, as it does look like the Tide is having a really good time down here. And
for sure. Look at him. Look at this beefy cake, just living life. And I think the major, if we look back on mid right now, it's no one's going to go, okay, I'm going to want to push my lane soon, and then maybe try and go to jungle. And at the point in which he goes to plan B, the corpse then going to move around the map. So then you're going to have one mid hero, AFK in jungle, maybe even dying right now.
There they go, jumping in deep and grabbing that kill. Zayat's arrives though. He's got the stun, he's got the damage. Yeah, Iceberg, he's got the fairy fire. That's all he's got now though. All he's got to throw out is a screen.
The boots come out. The boots might be the plate.
Oh, he still gets it. The right click lands. Zayat's had his
So
boots
close.
already. And that's going to be a kill. Meanwhile, down in the bottom lane, Virtus.pro also able to catch up a kill onto General as well. So Zayat's
Aloha Dance was... Sorry, yeah, Aloha Dance was kind of going on a little bit of a wander, just like kind of like perusing the secret shop area, which then put the Tide in a vulnerable position. Like Tide solo against Wyvern and Anti-Mage, no good. With Rubik, can play. So a little bit of a misstep from Aloha Dance, kind of wandering the map a bit too much.
Just low our dance things, taking some creeps off the Tide. Why not?
Yoink.
A blast down that wave.
And yeah, nice little mana boots. Now, a lot more spam ability coming out in this lane.
Yeah, there's always that moment as a core player when like your support takes the last hit, you're like, what are you doing? And then they come by and give you a mana boost.
And there's no
Well,
pressure in lane, right? There's like no
okay.
pressure. It's not like you're not even gonna miss it because you got either spells up or you're right clicking it.
Top
And
lane, they're going forward onto the gyrocopter here. I always want to fly. Jonah do his best to keep him alive, but I'm not sure he's going to be able to. The right clicks are coming out. Can they
The
finish the
Splinter
job though? The
Blast.
salve from the trees from Always Want to Fly, keeping V-Tune alive, letting the gyrocopter live through it. And despite everything which Virtus.pro had to give here, they couldn't bring down V-Tune. The gyrocopter continues farming up this wave, and three heroes are looking very awkwardly with their fingers up their noses, wondering what just happened.
They did also reveal the ward as well. So not only did they saved the gyrocopter, very good, but then the gyro used flak, which revealed this ward because he flacked onto the Nyx who were standing here.
Now they look over towards Iceberg. A nice little play from no one to kind of force Iceberg in the direction of Zayat. Unfortunately, Zayat didn't quite have that stun available, but it does secure no one a double damage rune, which is going to help him farm up a little bit hastier. Yeah, this is a classic Queen of Pain build. When you're playing against a Razor, you just throw an early point in the blink to get away from the static link, yeah, and then you just max out your Shadow... Well, don't max out your Shadow Strike. You go 3 points in Shadow Strike just to try and get as much damage onto that annoying guy as possible. And all of a sudden, Razor's like, well, I don't really have that much health to deal with it, and I'm not able to do what I wanted in the lane. So you kind of just have to survive as the Razor.
But now we're going to be seeing how does the Quap utilize the free lane that she's been given. She can push out the lane, TP, get a kill, and then move back to the mid lane. I think that's a very valuable rotation. Or she can just go hunting, just push out her lane and run at the Razor, make him feel like he can't farm jungle, he can't go mid. But VP responding to the fact that the Razor is going to be moving off map by forcing moves top. This is a really critical play, is if you're losing out on one lane, you have to force a lot of people to a different lane. You know, you have to open up the map in some way. And I think...
Free Kuman. Hashtag free Kuman. He didn't do nothing wrong. As okay, Solo just throwing some hits over the trees here. Seemed like a risky play, but they didn't really have the catch for him, so he gets away with it. That meddling dragon.
Yeah, drawing these heroes top. Quap going on to no one again.
In the middle lane, trying to run him down. No one is the one that drops. Iceberg does
even
finish
have
the
ult.
job, and he gets
Oh,
himself
no.
away. Kuman, he really wants to jump in and try and land that mana void, but with the lift available from Aloha Dance, it's impossible for him to commit to that, so it does mean the Quap escapes. That's tragic.
That was split seconds between Antimage cleaning up and getting that kill, and yeah, like we saw, just missing it.
Just a little bit late to that party, unfortunately, and because of that, he does end up getting nothing.
Razor's actually having such a good game.
Oh,
60
my bad,
CS,
dude.
16 denies, nearly Necro 1 complete. This man's putting his mark. Like normally people meme on Rezo, right? Like in VP, everyone's like, resolution offlane. But no, this guy, I think Beastmaster is, one of the most favorite heroes I like watching him on.
Yeah,
He doesn't play it that
Beastmaster
often.
Underlord is what I've been enjoying on Resolution on the most. He kills all those heroes.
I think Beastmaster in general though, like just watching a good Beastmaster player, like you have presence in lane, you play off of your 4 being good, and yeah, you have this nice pressure. And I just,
some Hawk.
gosh darn it, man.
Okay, any predictions on first to 10 kills on this game?
do I have to actually do a good prediction, or can I do a bad
No, of course
prediction
not.
in the hope that people listen to it and then?
Zero responsibilities other than to
No, I
cast
think-
good and entertain
No, I think
us.
FlyToMoon. This is an honest prediction. I think FlyToMoon will be the first to 10. I think Beastmaster, you're gonna be able to take towers, sure. You might go for pickoffs, but like I said in the draft, you don't really have that explosive damage behind the Raw. You have a Splinter Blast, you maybe have a Nick Stun, but it's not as good as this cooldown Ravage or the Sonic Wave that you have on FlyToMoon.
Yeah, I think we're going to have to wait for a very long game with very little action if Virtus.pro are to be the ones. Meanwhile, Solo's getting chased down by General
he
down
gonna
here in
do
the
the
bottom lane.
Is he doing? Oh, come on, buddy. Nah, there's no way you kill him with Ravage, buddy. Please calm down. Thank
Relocate.
you. Oh, hello.
They're going for... Oh, no. Okay,
He's not
okay,
dying,
well,
but it's
you
just
know.
very awkward.
Yeah.
Yeah. TP'd out.
Solo, see you later, boys. Nice relocate, idiots.
And then they get the mid tower deny. That is not how you want your first relocate to work out.
No, you do not. That is a valid statement.
Radiant's bottom
Like,
tower
if
is
he
under
ultied the IO, then surely IO would have died instantly. And then, but it's whatever. Solo lived.
Yeah.
It's a very nice start to this game. Very tranquil, right? 5 kills, 12 minutes. They are TPing bottom though. There's no relocate to save the gyro, so this is one of the best moves they can make right now.
Legion getting left behind as no one links up with General to zap away at this pesky tide. The Watermelon will be zapped down to death. They didn't manage to get their hands on the gyrocopter, but still, a kill is a kill. And unfortunately, they don't get the tower either. So Virtus.pro with a successful defense. Feeling pretty good for them right now.
Yeah, very
Efficiency game.
weird from FlyToMoon trying to push this tower. Like, they don't have tower damage. Tide doesn't hit towers. Gyro doesn't really hit towers right now. He needs items for that, so... I think they're kind of getting a little bit too keen to try and take this tower away and, yeah, getting punished for it.
Hello, Thompson TI gyrocopter. Let's see it.
Diffusal. Pretty good item, overall. I think it's better when you have Ags, of course, because then you have the side cannon hitting away, side gunner, sorry. But just Diffusal alone, it shows there's a very clear timing that FlyToMoon are trying to align themselves towards. It's going to be that 15 to 20 minute mark. We're fighting you, your anti-mage wants to farm, and we can just barrel into your face. The issue they have is simply they have to take fights near objectives. If VP can do the classic VP moves, which are in your face as they move on top, the Aloha dance might get picked off by the next assassin.
Yeah, I'm just interested to see what
Moment
Iceberg
of
goes
silence
for
for Aloha
next.
dance. Oh, and
Radiant's bottom tower.
oh, silent blink.
Oh, got him. See you later.
So yeah, I think it's really important for VP. If they can take moves on the map which are away from towers and force big spells, then I think VP are in a good spot to delay the game long enough.
Don't think Solo's getting away this time around.
Nah, he's fine,
Yeah,
he's
on
fine,
the
he's
tier
fine.
2. They
Yeah,
can't
yeah.
chase any further.
You look ravaged.
Oh, he's having a lot of fun down in this bottom lane Solo, just delaying them,
Yeah.
forcing 3 heroes to stick around in bottom lane and achieve absolutely nothing. It's the dream, really.
Yeah, it's one of the benefits of Wyvern. Like, you think of supports that can push out waves. He's one of the best fives being able to have mobility and push out waves. He has mobility from his Arctic Burn, being able to play around the tree line, and then also just having that long range nuke onto the creep. So
Uh-oh.
Relocate onto
He's
top,
hunting.
though.
They see him. They don't realize him. Now Resolution gets caught out, but goes for the raw and goes for the run away. And another relocate gank just does absolutely nothing. They get some necro units, I guess. But is that what you want for a relocation? Probably not.
I think this is perfectly fine though for VP. Like, this is great. They're loving life right now. Like, every move FlyToMoon is making is away from objectives. They're relocating onto a Beastmaster, kind of somewhat deep into the dire jungle, right? Even if you killed him there, you can't then turn that into a tier 1 tower. And Beastmaster just plays off for the fact that he has raw, bonus move speed, phase boost as well, percentage base. See ya, where's your stuns at? I'm gone. So
Get out of there. Well.
yeah. The concerning thing is, though, this anti-mage. If you look at his inventory and it's 15 minutes, you are worried that he is your very classic first pick anti-mage in your pub, where it's like, you're not really getting that early battle for you, fella. Like, what's happening, pal?
Yeah, it's going to take a long time for him to be a factor, and now FlyToMoon, you know, they have a weapon in their inventory. They have this diffusal blade to start lay the smackdown here. And it looks like the Gyrocopter's not really interested in the Aghanims at all, really. He's got the BKB as his next item queued up, so... Ooh, bottom lane, Aloha Dance getting caught out a little bit here and connecting with that Plasma Field. Aloha Dance, though, gonna turn it around. Solo hanging around by the side, he knows that Ravage is coming, so he just holds back. He really wants to try and get off a curse here just to slow FlyToMoon down. FlyToMoon running forward, and they found Solo. He stuck around a little bit too long trying to find it, but will get himself to the trees, but he's got that rocket coming forward. I think this might be the end of the poor little Wyvern. Certainly was. Down goes the Solo, and yeah, I mean, Aloha Dance gets himself away and managed to get a turnaround kill. Very nice.
The important thing is, though, look at where the location of this fight is. FlyToMoon, they're going to turn this into Shore Farm, but look at the presence on the map right now of FlyToMoon. This corner, this is all they own. This means Anti-Mage can recover his game, farming in anything in this left-hand side.
He's actually heading towards the action right now as the Roar comes out onto a Rubik of all things, but they certainly do get that kill. Eye of the Storm, Haste Rune, Roar. They definitely killed him. You got him, boys. Good job. Meanwhile, Zayats is on the run. Iceberg trying to chase. Now, Zayats, how well can he duke this one out? Well, seems just about well enough. Iceberg goes for it.
He went for it. Go on, throw the ult.
Yeah. Time for that value vendetta hit before I TP away.
Oh, nice. This is the combination of Wyvern Nyx, by the way.
Yeah, this is a not. Oh, Zayats! No! So greedy! So greedy! And now you shall pay! Two-man Sonic Wave cuts through, gets them two, and Iceberg lays down the tip, the big money into Zayats' pockets here, and buys up an Orchid at the same time. And Solo's just like, what the hell are my team doing? I'm out of here, boys. Suicide under the tier 2. No, I'm just kidding. That was a suicide, but Jesus Christ, that was...
Down with the courier.
Yeah, that is driving them in there. Wow.
But okay, hype aside, we have to be realistic there. Even if they hit the stun, the Quap's not dying. The Io Gyro is so close to them that I don't think he does. I think like the Razor was in like close proximity, so he's not gonna have that big damage from his static field or plasma field, sorry. And then on top of that,
he already had a ton of damage from cycling, though.
He had the one up as well. I just think that the Quap probably wasn't dying, and even if he did die, the same 3 kills would have occurred to some degree because the Quap would have still thrown out the same spells, just not disconnecting and then re-engaging, right? So I feel it was. Oh no, he missed the stun, but in reality, it's like, why are you making this move right here? You're playing as 3, you're not with your Beastmaster, so yeah, it's wasn't as good as we initially was like anticipating from the move. When you really think back at it.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
Top lane, Resolution. How's he doing? Is he being chased? He is not. Alright, FlyToMoon, they're definitely picking it. They're like, gosh, he's here. They know he's here. And yeah, Aloha Dance on top of him. They've got the stance, they've got the right clicks. Rezo, you can play your bongos all you want. You can even try and TP if you like, but you are not getting out of this one. Down he shall go. Resolution shall die, and FlyToMoon shall plant their flag up in the top lane. Find themselves another kill, and you know they are trucking away, you know, grabbing themselves kills here and there. But now we have the Battle Fury, we have the Power Treads finished up earlier on, Band of Elven Skin, even the Vampire Fangs helping Kuman out a lot when it comes to jungling. This is such a great item for an AM to pick up, and Zayat's just trying to be as annoying as possible.
It's a classic. You normally on the old days you buy Vlad's, right? Nowadays you don't really need it, but get your Fangs, just amplifies that farm.
Yeah. Yeah, he can just farm anything he wants. Ancients become doable much earlier on. It's very nice.
If you look at the vision right now on the map, it's very much. It's quite scary for VP. I think they've put quite a lot of focus into this bottom portion of the map, and that might be concerning if FlyToMoon can get a deep ward on the other side and maybe make a smoke rotation. It's gonna be hard for VP to take a fight.
Solo is he's feeling it right now. He's got a Philosopher's Stone. He's like, screw you guys. My team are being idiots. I'm gonna buy myself an Orchid and get the kills myself. That's what he's saying. Guarantee it.
No, yeah. You don't normally see an Orchid rush in position 5.
Nope.
Most 5s are Glimmers and Forces, but
he's got his Philosopher's Orb, and boy, he's gonna put it to use. FlyToMoon though, they are invading the high ground right into their own vision. And they're going to try and go for this one. Is there an interrupt? Zayat's coming forward. He's got the 2-man stun, but they've already taken the outpost here.
He's going to lay the curse.
Nothing to really fight over. Yeah, Curse comes out onto the Io, but generally the backlines goes for a nice Ravage. They're holding down the Razor, and Razor should be the first one to drop here. You can see all the damage you want, but he's still dead. Meanwhile, the backlines, they take down Zayat as well. Solo going to be the next target. Not much way out of this one, my friend. That's going to be 3 kills for FlyToMoon as they wipe Virtus.pro off their jungle, sending them scurrying across the map. And again, you know, it's
I'm sorry, I honestly
Why?
shouldn't laugh, but it just sums up what these drafts have, right? Like VP, they can't fight. They shouldn't ever take a fight right now. It's all about Anti-Mage farming up, getting to his items, and then you can try and play. But because you have this Anti-Mage, any time you make a move into them, FlyToMoon will always be 5. The only time they will not be 5 is if they, for some reason, are playing the map way too spread and they're being greedy.
yeah.
But that should never occur like that. You're playing against, like, I think VP are kind of getting baited by their own spells, right? Like, they have this curse through the eye. They think, okay, if we hit the curse, that we should kill the eye, which means we can take the fight. No, you're not going to kill the eye that quickly. He has a mech. Like, mech's so cheap, it's like 1950 gold or something nowadays. Like, he has wand mech. Like, he's so tanky. Like, I think VP, they need to slow down the game, keep pushing out the lanes, do what they were doing 10 minutes before, where they're forcing the moves around the map deep away from their towers. Don't do these sloppier engagements.
Yeah, you could feel the hesitation from Zaz, right? He knew, you know, he knew that he probably shouldn't throw out that stun there. At the same time, he's like, you know what? I could probably grab this outpost, and then it kind of just...
Look at top, though.
Yeah, he's looking. Hello. There is going to be the IO engaged upon. Resolution coming forwards as well, throwing in those axes. They've got the Roar if they need it as well. They are going to throw it down. They're taking so much damage from VTune in the sidelines here. Zayats is going to drop. Resolution will make the great escape. And they kill off Always Want to Fly, sacrifice Zayats for that one. And they also get a BKB charge out of VTune, which I guess is something. Interesting choice to go for that one.
The only concern now is they're making these moves, like, offset by about 3 to 4 minutes, where the gyro obviously has the BKB and cooldown right now, but he has that confidence of wanting to run at you. If this move was made 5 minutes earlier, sorry, then you probably wouldn't see them being so confident in pushing this tower.
Yeah.
Oh, and the cop as well, BKB Orchid, it's very scary right now.
Did Razor have his BKB coming to him in the last fight?
If on the courier, then most likely yes.
When did it die?
It's likely dying to the Quap ult.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened. Let's see, did he have
look,
it?
just
Razor's
on the
courier.
courier?
Oh, no.
It's flying towards him. No, did he not have it? No, yeah, it's here. He's got the BKB now.
Oh, yeah, he's got
But
it.
even
Okay,
with this
that's like a
BKB, what does he really do? He's going to be able to maybe drain the Tidehunter,
Oh,
but
smoke on smoke. General might pop it here. He's got a 4-star, but they actually walk around each other just about. FlyToMoon will
the key thing is that during this time, look at the vision right now, though. Dire has both wards on both these high ground locations. So as soon as the smoke breaks, like, Dire, look, they have 3 wards on every hill spot. Like, they are in the advantageous position right now to take this fight.
Yes, no one knows exactly where the rest of FlyToMoon is when Quap comes in to farm this. Yeah, they're coming up. Virtus.pro, they need to be ready for this one. Below Hardance immediately getting the lift up onto the Wyvern. They want to cancel out the curse. Their one team fighting spell completely taken out of the mix, and now Virtus.pro come running. But FlyToMoon is still chasing. The cats are looking for it, and in they go. BKB pop, the roar comes out of the Io. They're trying to immediately turn around, but a counter roar comes out along with the Scream as well, protecting the Io, keeping him alive and turning the damage down onto the Razor. The Razor is going to drop here. No one will die, and now the lift up is going to make Resolution the next target of VTune, and he gets it easily. Meanwhile, Zayats playing in the trees. I expect things will be an easy one, but of course, killing Zayats is never easy. But thankfully, does manage to finally finish off that kill there and grab him with the Scream. And AM on the run. Again, you know, Kuman, he's not dying in these engagements, but the rest of his team is, and they are losing so much. I mean, firstly, it was just gold, it was just momentum, but now it's turning into more than that, turning into objectives, turning into towers, and now this one's going to turn into Roshan.
Yeah, I think VP forcing it a little bit too much there. I put so much pressure on the idea that the warding, the vision here was how FlyToMoon was going to win this fight, and it pretty much was. Like, you can see every ward is paired with a sentry, which means, okay, they don't have vision in this direct area as well, so they get that instant pick off on the Wyvern. VP then retreats into another ward, which sets up for the relocate. Like, I think normally solo, we often give him respect for he has really good vision, really good control, always has that ability to have that kind of deep ward. But right now, he had 3 sentries, 2 wards on him, and he just didn't get anything out. He wasn't able to control any area.
Worthy tribute.
Like, normally, when you smoke into an area, you want to deal with that area and control it properly. But he just didn't. And now Beastmaster, VP are just kind of getting picked apart right now. Like FlyToMoon, I've said this way too many times now, but they are winning simply because their warding is 20 times better than VP's right now.
A rare thing to be said, but certainly can see the truth in it as FlyToMoon just doing what they want, wherever they want, however they want to. Honestly, if we see Virtus.pro winning this game, it's going to be better back on Kuman right now. But Kuman forces to be jumping.
He's going to have to do so much lifting. He's going to have to like pause the game, hit up the gym, get on some like 3-month plan, you know, leg day, back
down
day,
18 protein shakes.
Yeah, like after, during every workout, then he might start having an impact. But no, I think he's got the basher. There's going to be pickoff potential for sure, but can he fight into the 5-man? Antimage doesn't like these big 5-on-5 engagements.
He's jumping forward here. He's going for the IO, and IO, well, he's out of mana. He's getting low. Meanwhile, Iceberg killed off no one on the other side of the map, and the kill on Always Wanna Fly is just not coming through. No, and Zayas just gets beaten down by V-Tune. Meanwhile, Kuman is unable to finish off the IO. A nice little jukes there from Always Wanna Fly, keeps himself alive, and Kuman unable to
reflect
get
the
much
rocket.
done.
There we go. This
So
is the best
good.
interaction in the game, by the way.
So good.
Look at the look at the start.
Amazing.
Oh.
How do you even do that? I've never been able to reflect rocket.
Never done in the
So
hit. Who
sick.
cares about that kill? We don't care. That.
Yeah, no, we're me. Oh my God! Jesus Christ! Oh, although our dance nearly gets blown up, Kuman's still trying to chase this one, but kind of realizing that, well, maybe I shouldn't. But Resolution is here to back him up. But they know that this relocate could be available. But
All these moves have no value, though. Sure,
Yeah.
Ooh, it's an Aegis, but yeah, I think FlyToMoon, 14k up, 27 minutes into the game. They're just running around, really executing their draft right now.
yeah,
Like, too many teams try and split up and farm too much, but no, when you group up in deathball like this, it's very scary.
Nomad tries to go in with the blink lift combination, but well, it was just kind of securing the tower more than anything.
I think AIM's about 15k away from being truly a scary threat in this game. Maybe 12k gold. He needs like a Bissell, maybe an MKB to eat through the butterfly. Then he probably needs a BKB so he doesn't get ravaged and die. Like,
Ooh, actually, got the BKB
VG
on
just
V2.
popping up.
Huh.
He just wanted to be colourful, you know. He was bored. He was like, the camera wasn't on him. BKBs, we look at him, you know.
Yep. Just flexing as well, you know, sending a message. You know what? I don't even need this BKB. I'm just gonna use it now. Screw you guys.
Like, this technically would have been one of the best times for Virtus.pro to maybe push out and take an engagement. But again, they're moving from low ground into high ground. They don't have vision there. It's very scary. And as you can see, they make that exact move. They overstep. FlyToMoon, they didn't show other lanes. They're clearly still there.
Oh, great curse though, coming down. I mean, this is one dead Quap. See you later. Solo gets a solo. Oh my God. Well, that's your Orchid, and now Kuman turning up to this fight. Beautiful 2-man stun from Zayas as well, holding still the gyrocopter, allowing Kuman the space to finish off Aloha Dance, and now they've got him trapped. But can they finish the job though? There's a lot of damage still coming out from V-Tune here. I think they might actually have to give up on this one. It's Always Wanna Fly saves the Cracky Coat, but it looks like the gyrocopter is going to go down, and Always Wanna Fly following the same way as well. Virtus.pro, they finally find the turnaround they're waiting for. They are back into this game. 4 heroes dead, and my God, wow, what a cut. I mean, that was solo. That was all solo.
Yeah, literally that. Like, they don't even have wards down there, so that entire fight is built around the fact that Solo hits that curse. And I think you give props to Solo from hitting a really good curse. Congrats, buddy. A star on the curse. That's some British metrics there for you. But why are FlyToMoon so clumped up, so grouped up in that area? Like, and now they're the ones dying one by one. Oh no!
Oh yeah, step out of the base in general. Yeah, you're gonna need more than a sand trombone to emphasize that point. But down goes the watermelon, cracked open on the foot of his base, and Kuman, he's wasting absolutely no time up onto the high ground straight away, giving Aloha Dance a blink, but that's all cool. And they're gonna lose a tower straight away in response, and maybe even the racks as well. Buyback on the tide. Zayas just sticking around. He's like, yep, there we go. Meteor Hammer, just a final middle finger as they run away from FlyToMoon here. And I don't think they have the catch.
I think FlyToMoon just demonstrated the one way that they could lose this game, which was get 5-man cursed into losing a mid-tier 3. Crikey. Okay, instant smoke. Now they're like, all right, lads, we can go back on the aggressive. We just made a misplay.
Yeah, absolutely.
They're like slapping their cheeks, making sure they're awake. they are reminding themselves we are playing against an anti-mage that still needs like MKB Abyssal to be useful. So that's our next timing. Like he's now got the MKB.
Correction.
So now they're kind of scared.
Only needs Abyssal to be useful now.
Because of all these throws that they just like put into place, they've accelerated his anti-mage having relevance. Oh no,
Rubik
this
down
is
to
not what
bottom,
no,
but Solo just gonna go for it
lads.
straight away again, and Rubik is gone. Solo's still on it. Surely he doesn't get away. Surely not. General's closing
No,
the gap here.
he did a man fight. He's got ulti.
Yeah.
Oh, no, he's gone.
See you later,
That
buddy.
was Christ
Still
Almighty.
low. Yeah, relocate, jump forward. You know, the whole team just desperately trying to murder Solo.
But that's
He
the
still
thing, right?
gets a return
Like,
kill.
When we at 10 minutes, 15 minutes, we said about how this game, every move that VP should make is it's splitting across the map. But,
Oh, what the
my
fuck?
God.
Huh?
He got a bash. He got the first hit bash into just first hit bash.
Okay,
And
that
right click.
shouldn't happen, but it did. All right.
But yeah, so like I was saying, like all these moves that VP are making now are like this direction, right? Away from their base, deep in. So any aggressive move FlyToMoon make, they feel they're under pressure right now. They made their throw. They should be the one taking racks. So when they see a hero on their side of the map, they want to flush him out. The issue is they're jumping a Wyvern. Easy ultimate, kill a hero, like, and now you waste to relocate, which then means the anti-mage has a free game to run around and do anything, right? Like, he's also not going for the Abyssal. He's like, I'm gonna get that RNG, baby. And he's
Yeah,
just
don't
going straight
need-
BKB, which I honestly, if he went Abyssal first, I think he might have delayed his ability to truly be the boss core for an extra like 4k gold for no reason. Get that BKB in you, secure your presence within team fights right now, and
Yeah.
go for fights.
He got that first
Like-
bash on Iceberg. He just goes, "Oh, that's the way it's gonna be." Well, okay then. No Abyssal for me.
Like-
I'm good.
FlyToMoon, they suddenly went from being like super disciplined, being aggressive together, to then just absolute sloppiness.
Yeah.
And Solo, even though the vision game ain't up there this game, he's now online with the curses. Like when you have a blink dagger on a Wyvern on a 5, it's like all I need to do is just wait, and I'm gonna hit the curse eventually, right?
Mhm.
Like,
Yeah,
it's
fly to
popping
moon.
off.
The spaghetti is out of the bowl. It's on
Oh,
the
but
floor
no
though.
one, buddy.
No
What's
one.
happening?
No. All right.
Oh, there you go.
BKB.
BKB is on anti-mage. I don't
Fine.
think you can anti-mage now.
No.
Anti-mage he's hit his final form, or not his final form, but he's evolving at this point.
Yeah, not much
Roshan's
more
up in a
evolving
minute
you can do.
25.
Mind you, in this era of Dota, there isn't much final forming you can really get to due to the tier 5 neutral items, and then Roshan dropping like half your inventory.
That is true. And then you get the axe and you get fresh issue.
It's rather silly.
Rather.
Meanwhile,
Anti-mage jumping on a lower dance.
I'll see you later, buddy. Yeah, a little bit too
You
far
are dead.
forward.
Huzzah.
Quite. Meanwhile, Iocopter trying to snivel back to base, but they get
Oh,
jumped again. No
Kuman.
bashes though. Always want to fly
No.
survives for now.
Okay, yeah, well. Whew. This is like this is now when Anti-Mage looks like stupid, right? As a hero, it's like, he can run around across the map, he's got pick-off potential, he push out every lane, he can do tower damage. It's an insane hero, but it does take you 25 to 30 minutes of being an incredibly useless hero to then get to this stage of the game.
Yeah, absolutely.
And
But they made it happen. Well,
I think
FlyToMoon
FlyToMoon, yeah,
aided.
FlyToMoon made it happen for VP. With again, props to the curse. Roshan up in 8 seconds.
It's a bit of silence on the map as they wait for Roshan to spawn, but yeah, this is going to force him into probably the final fight of the game for one reason or another, I would imagine. Oh, Zayats, yeah, he cancels that one out. He's like, oh,
I'm in a
Jesus.
single range creep. Like,
Yeah, I know. What a baller move. Yeah, chasing this one pretty hard though, FlyToMoon. They want to take back control of this part of the map. Solo though, looking for something. Oh, dual wards down, but see you later. They've got the lift up as well. Solo could be in some trouble. Can they finish the job? Yes, we actually managed to get off the call just before he dies to V-Tune's own right click. But it doesn't make much of a difference. Oh, never mind. Yes, it does. Kuman uses the time
Anti-mage
wisely.
arrived.
And now they actually pop the BKB on the gyro. He's trying to fight through this one right now, but he's stunned up for pretty much the entire gyration off there. Kuman doing what he wants. Bring down Always Want to Fly. V-Tune's going to head the same way as well, and there is no buyback on these heroes. 1,300 gold short on the gyrocopter, 500 gold short on the Queen of Pain. What were they built? Okay, the Satanic. On the gyro, I kind of understand. Queen of Pain, she went for the Lincolns as well, so yeah, it makes sense, but now I think you're going to lose the game. A modest prediction.
Yeah, it's a rough one for sure, but when you're against an anti-mage who has, when you're pushing high ground, only has Manta, Battle Fury, and then a Basher, and then suddenly, and obviously Tress, and then suddenly you feed away your 15k gold lead that you had or whatever it was, to now him having MKB Abyssal or BKB. I feel like you've kind of missed your timing, lads.
You did a silly. You spilt your tea.
You did an oopsie, yeah.
Right. Well, yeah, FlyToMoon, no Ravage, not much really in the tank available. Meanwhile, Solo is back. He's got himself a Blink, he's got himself a Winter's Curse, he's got everything in his arsenal available. The big team fights. TeaGuvnor doing what he wants on the front lines here, fleshing the Aegis. And there's nothing they can do about it.
So the best play that FlyToMoon can make right now is try and prolong the game long enough that the Aegis wears out to some degree, or at least time your next movement into the timing in which the Aegis drops, right? Hope that VP maybe didn't perfectly time Roshan, or are not truly playing around the Aegis timing. So smoke into that drop, then you have to Ravage, lift, and to fully commit to this anti-mage, blow him up.
Yep,
If the anti-mage is blown up, you can win the fight. But that is critical about smoking with vision and finding the anti-mage. I mean, that's the way for FlyToMoon to at least have prolonged presence within this game. I don't think it's going to be the deciding factor. It will just allow them to maybe get to the gyro a rapier or to something, because right now this gyro he has to get a rapier. He just dies so quickly to the MKB on anti-mage that he has to find a way to live still.
Satanic did not do much, to say the very least. Well, they're setting up some kind of trap in the middle lane. I think it's actually pretty risky to show here. I mean, they don't know Kuman's got... Oh, okay. It's done, but he's got BKB. Sorry, he's got BKB and double damage, is what I meant to say. Pretty terrifying dude, all things considered.
Well, VP,
Backdoor.
they know they got the Aegis, they're just going to keep going. Like, there's nothing to stop them.
Interesting left there as General jumps into the front lines, but their tower's already got immediately jumping on the gyro. No, it can't go like this! He's not going to get saved. Always Want to Fly can do nothing as the gyro is dropped like a can of beans, spilled all over the floor, and there's your GG. Called out, it's over. Game number 1 will go to Virtus.pro.
Yeah, alright, okay, sure. Wonderful. And... I'm gonna go with a interesting outro for this one. I think it's as much as this is a Virtus.pro victory, which congratulations, they had the mental fortitude to deal with the aggression of FlyToMoon. I feel they won simply due to Solo being in the right position to get that big curse in the bot lane, very good. But overall, it's FlyToMoon's lack of respect of positioning and how they actually close out the game, which Virtus.pro was able to capitalize on and end the game. If FlyToMoon played 10% better or 10% more disciplined, I think Virtus.pro would have struggled, and they should have easily been a racks down, maybe 2 racks down, and the anti-mage would have had a completely different game. The fact that he was gifted that free MKP, which completely mitigated like 6k gold on gyrocopter, I think, so as much as Virtus.pro victory, I think FlyToMoon, big choke.
I could agree with that, and I like looking at this XP and net worth graph here. Just I think, I think we want this one framed actually, and maybe put on the wall of FlyToMoon and remind them, don't do this. This is a bad idea. Don't do this. This is the most perfect representation of a throwing a graph I've ever seen in my career.
That's clean. That is clean.
It's just.
I bet if you sync up the curse with that curse into deaths. That is that exact moment.
This is everything's going great. Everything's going to go. And Solo.
The shame is though, FlyToMoon, they had such good vision. They really Solo had such a poor start to this game, and he only came online.
Too busy building his orchid.
Yeah, exactly. He was having his own mini game. Solo only came online once he had hit that big cut. This 30-minute mark is when VP started playing Dota, right? They pretty much hadn't made any good overall moves. Sure, they had a good laning phase with Resolution, and then Kuman had an okay-ish start, but overall not that great because obviously he didn't have a good Battle Fury timing. But yeah, I think FlyToMoon, they started so well. Supports everything so good. Relocates were quite questionable, but overall it was a solid looking game plan.
Yeah,
Oh
yeah,
no,
unfortunately.
it's so
Yeah.
filthy to look at. All right, can you switch the screen?
plan-
I don't want to see this anymore.
Yeah, the plan did eventually fall apart, and that leads Virtus.pro to the first victory here in this best of 3 series, but it is exactly that, a best of 3, so another opportunity for FlyToMoon to try and take a victory over Virtus.pro, and possibly even the series if they can even things up in this next game. Game number 2 of Virtus.pro versus FlyToMoon coming up very shortly here on Beyond the Summit for the Parimatch League Season 2.